Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. The playoffs have arrived. It is the start of Super Wild Card Weekend, and off we go here on this Saturday. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. First and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And a big run right out of the blocks. He gets forward for 9 on the first play of the game. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. He'll go again with Hall. And that'll be a gain of 2. And a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now, Mahomes. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A give. Here's Hall. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's caught by Harrison right side. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Hall. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? Here's a test on third down. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up first and goal. They'll run. It's Hall. And he's going the wrong way. Dropped back at the 7.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Now from the 7, it's second and goal. He pulls it in around the 5. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3. Big play coming up, third and goal. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he's in. Reese Hall. Touchdown, Miami. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, first and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. The linebacker, Jerome Baker, there to make the play. They face second down and 7. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. This pass caught by Judy. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
It's fourth down.
One quarter in the books in round 1 of these AFC playoffs. 7-0 is our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. So on fourth down, here's Corey Bojorquez to kick it away. This one fielded out beyond the 25. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. On first down, it's Mahomes. That's caught downfield by Harrison. And he will score. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Dolphins. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Jerome Baker there to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll throw out of the gun. He's got his tight end. That's a Okonkwo. Into space. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
Over the course of my career early on, there was a handful of guys that were downfield threats in the passing game, but they did a lot of stuff in the run game. They were really good extra pass protectors, and if you threw them the ball, they had very sure hands. But what we're seeing now is the ability to get deep and
powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Colts.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, like it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
A safe kick taken at the 5. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
First down throw, Mahomes. He's going to run it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a 1st down.
First down, Dolphins.
On the handoff, here comes Hall. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the give, it's Hall. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Taking off. He'll get a dozen out of that one. Scrambling his way to a 1st down.
And the Dolphins 1st down.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On second down, Mahomes. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. And now it's going to bring up third down. Here's Mahomes. The throw on the run is complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They're going to go, and it's home. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker, and they have turned it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Back to throw here to begin the drive.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man complete. That's Judy. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. And what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart. There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. He'll find Hall out of the backfield.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now, Mahomes. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw again. That's to the sideline and pulled in by Harrison. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here, as they'll stop at just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. A throw right side is intercepted. And the Colts are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the 1st half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. First catch of the wild card game, and good for a 1st down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
He'll drop to throw. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
And as the game goes on, these are the throws they got to find a way to connect with, those chunk plays. I like the idea of pushing it downfield, but the next time they get an opportunity, they've got to find a way to connect.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Down the field, he's got his tight end Okonkwo. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That is caught downfield. It's Shaheed. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the first down with that one. The Colts now going to send out their field goal unit. This will be a 38-yard attempt. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Colts are back within 4 at 14-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we are at halftime here in the AFC wildcard matchup as we'll send you down to Orlando now where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up, one team advances, one team's season ends here. Second half underway in the AFC wildcard game. This one skips the landing zone, goes all the way over the back line, so the ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They bring Judy in motion. They'll stick with him again. And he's near the first down, stopped a little short of the 40.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. He is going to have a Colts first down. They're able to convert on 3rd and short, picking up 4.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Off-balance throw. It's complete. 13 yards on that pass play. That's good for a Colts first down.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch them off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
Now a run on first down. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
Off he goes.
Yeah, that's a nice job. He's out of the pocket. He knows he doesn't need all that much for a first down. He's able to tuck it, get out of bounds, and keep this drive alive.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Give up the middle with Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
3rd and a yard. He'll try to run for it with Hall. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free. So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Here now, second down and goal. They'll try to run it with Hall. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Breece Hall. Touchdown, Miami. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll begin here on the ground. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. I'll give on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That's caught! And he will go all the way. Rashid Shaheed, touchdown Colts. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
They'll look to throw. That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion.
Colts 18.
One quarter remains here in this AFC wildcard matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Now the Dolphins. First of their timeouts. The punt team comes on. Here's Tommy Townsend to kick it. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At their own 23-yard line.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now a give up the middle. Finding room at the 35. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly a first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8.
At the 41-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Here is a big one. Third down and 2. Back to throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop it behind the line again.
So the offense dips into their RPO game, and the key for any defense defending it is everybody has to do their job. In this case, it's a give read. The running back gets the ball, and the defense makes a great stop on fourth down.
Here's second and 6. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46. First and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Down the sideline, past the 40. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
Really nice job at his running back here, Mike. I don't think this play was blocked particularly well. I think it was a combination of his patience and then his speed around the left side to not only pick up the first down, but pick up good yardage while he was at it.
And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
The gain of 8 brings up second and 2.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. And he'll take it on in. Jig Okonkwo. Touchdown, Colts. Extra point attempt to come here. The kick is good. And the Colts have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. First down throw, Mahomes. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On second down, Mahomes gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Noise reverberating off the roof. Very loud before third down. A run here with Paul. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. A gain there of 11. Good for a Dolphins first down. They'll drop to throw. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
On first down, it's Mahomes. This one is hauled in by Daniel Bellinger. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Right back to the air for Mahomes. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Colts have got it.
And there is the backbreaker, Mike. The one thing late in the ball game is a turnover. You're ready, you're up against the wall. You know you need a late score here to come back from behind. And let's give credit to this defense. They know they were a stop away from victory. And after forcing that late turnover, it looks like they're going to seal this one.
Room past the 20. Past the 40. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that should all but put this one away, Mike. And we've had some big plays throughout this game, but none bigger than that one right there. They score on the long touchdown, and that makes this a 2-possession game here late.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. He'll fire one deep for Harrison.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
That's caught downfield by Harrison. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here. They stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Here's 1st down. And now he's not spiking it, it's a fake. And that is incomplete. A little trickery with the fake spike, but it does not pan out.
Some shades of Dan Marino in that vintage play of the fake spike touchdown, but in this case, was it nearly as deceptive and was it nearly as productive?
And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win for the Colts. They are moving on in these playoffs. Won't have a long time to celebrate this one. They have to get right back to work for the divisional round. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.